Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris in the sales department at Randy Kuehl Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And here behind me, I have a brand new 2024 Honda Passport EXL. Let's show you all the cool standard features and functions. Let's get going. All right, so here we are right outside the Honda Passport EXL. This is your guys' entry level. Goes to this, then goes to the Trail Sport, and then the Black Edition. Okay, so now you guys know a little bit about the lineup. You guys are welcome to pause the video right here to explore on your own. We're gonna get a little close to see if we can reduce some of that glare. All right, so right up top, you can see it's a 2024 Passport all-wheel drive. Is an EXL. Over here on the right hand side, you can see the fuel economy got 19 for the city, 24 for the highway, with a combined of 21 miles per gallon. Down on the right hand corner, it's going to talk about your safety ratings. Right now the window sticker says to be rated, but you can find more information on that online. We'll come right down over here to the retail price of the vehicle for an all-wheel drive, and then we're going to have the list of the standard features and functions that come standard. We're going to try to cover all these today just for you. So that way, when you guys arrive at your local Honda dealership, you already know. Now, this one's obviously going to be black, as you guys can see. I will also throw some additional color options up there. Then also, there's going to be a surplus charge for that particular color, so you guys are fully aware of that. Now, it does come standard with 2 key fobs and a remote start. To use your remote start, all you have to do is hit lock, hold this button down here for a few seconds. You're going to see the lights down below going to flash. It received it, it started up, and the lights will flash again to give you a visual confirmation, hey, I have started. Now, the remote start will actually be in 10-minute intervals. All right, so it runs in 10 minutes and then turns right off. Let's see, 9 minutes have passed. I repeat the process, runs for the grand total of 19 minutes. If you played your cards correctly, you can run for the grand total of 20 minutes. A third time, no, it will not work the third time. Now, let's say if I change my mind, I can simply turn it off by clicking and holding that button down, and then there we go. Now, when you use a remote start, of course, your doors will remain locked, okay? Now, you have all the Honda sensing features are going to be standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, your forward collision, and road departure, all going to be standard. So safety is pretty much just middle name. Now, we're going to have a 3.5 V6 is going to be in there. All right, I'm going to throw some horsepower and torque up there so you guys be fully aware of what you're playing around with. Now we're going to have fog lights down below. You're going to have your LED headlights. You're going to have LED daytime running lights. You got a little bit of chrome action within that grille. It's a nice, big, massive front grille. As we're looking up in the front, you're also going to have front and rear parking sensors. They can be body colors. So you got your little front sensors. Going to be kitty corner from there. And the back would just be straight in the back for you, okay? Now we're going to take a step here off to the side. We're going to take a look at these 20-inch alloy rims. There they are, looking pretty snazzy. And we'll back up right here so you guys can see a side profile of the vehicle. All right, I'm going to throw some external measurements up there so you guys know how it compares to other cars out there in the market, and also to you guys' current vehicle too. And there we go. Now, as we're checking out the side here, you can see it's going to be a body color side mirror. It's going to be black around the windows. It's going to be rear tinted windows back over there, and then body colored handles. All right. Now, as we come up here to the side mirror, you can see you have a turning indicator integrated in the side mirror. These are going to be breakaway side mirrors. If you actually bump those, whatever, need to fold them in, it's not a problem to pop in and out of place. Pretty easy for you. And we're also going to have smart entry with the vehicle. So let's say it's all locked up. I got the key fob in my pocket, my purse, my jacket. I walk up, put my hand in the handle, it automatically unlocks the door too. Now, you're also going to have this little button here. So if I have this in my pocket, I hit this button. It locks it all up. I can walk away with confidence, or you can simply have your walk-away auto lock enabled. So with the walk-away auto lock, let's say if I shut the car, I shut the door, I got the key fob with me, it's in my pocket, I get 10 feet away, boom, it locks all the doors, so I never have to second guess, did I lock my car door or not? I just know it's locked, okay? You cannot accidentally lock your keys in the car. So let's say if I said, whoops, there we go, and I have a habit of hitting the lock button, I step away, the vehicle's recognizing the order I've done these things. It registers there's a key in there. It registers I hit the lock button and I shut the door. It's like, oh man, you're accidentally locking your keys in the car. It won't work, okay? And there we are. So we're also going to have a capless gas tank with the vehicle. All right. Simply, gas release is right over here. All right, so there we go. We popped that right open. You can see it's a capless gas tank. It's a simple sliding go, super easy from that point. And close it up, and there we go. Now we're going to step here towards the back of the vehicle. Once again, you got some cool stuff here. You got LED brake lights just for safety, of course. When you apply onto the brakes, people can see what's going on. Now we're going to have badge of honor, passport. We have all-wheel drive badging right down below. As you look down below even further, you have chrome tip dual exhaust. Then we're also going to have the body color parking sensors. So there's one there. And down there again, okay? We're also going to have a power lift gate. Now, great thing about the Passport, you have a lot of cargo space with this. It's a huge upgrade from the CR-V. Now, this is not going to have a third row seat like the Pilots. If you guys are looking for a third row seat, you'd be looking at the Pilots or the Odysseys or minivans, okay? Check out my videos for that stuff. Now, as we're out here looking around, it comes standard with carpet mats, all right? I'm going to throw some cargo measurements in there so you guys know how much room you actually have. I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? Now, we're going to come right over here. You can see we have a car seat tie down there, one over there. So if you have anything back here, you don't want to be jumping around, you can tie that bad boy down. Under this, you have a release. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's kind of tight. There we go. Now, we're going to have your spare tire down below. Nice tray. This whole tray comes out if you want to take it out and then wash it from there. Shuts right back in place. There we go. You can fold these seats down pretty easy. You can have a little bun right there. Just give it a little taparoo. And then there we go. Of course, that seat's all the way back, but it comes down nice and flat, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is take a moment to warm my hands up. I'm going to fold these back up, and we're going to come right back to this spot. All right, we're back. We got the seats folded back up. You guys can see all the cool legendary cargo space once again in here. Now we're going to have your power liftgate button right here. So when you're all done, you can simply tap that and it will close for you guys. This is going to be the open, so it's going to be right down here where you guys are going to reach to tap that bigger button. Now, good question is, what's this smaller button, guys? So the smaller button is going to be a great feature if you don't have your walk-away auto lock feature enabled. Once again, that's the one you have the key fob in your pocket, you get 10 feet away and locks all the doors, right? Some people don't like it, and that's fine. Now, American Honda gives you another option to lock this. I'm going to have to take the key fob out of my pocket and hit the lock button. Remember that little button up there on the door handle? It's the same thing. So if I tap the small one, boom, it locks all the doors. That's locked. This bad boy's locked. And then so on and so on. So I can lock all the doors from that little button right there. All right? So pretty snazzy. Now we're going to walk here towards the back seat. Before we dive right in, I'm going to throw some interior measurements up there so you guys know what you're playing around with. Is there going to be enough room for your friends, pet, cargo, or whoever's brave enough to tag along with you guys? All right, so we'll check out the door here quick. You guys are going to see it's going to have a nice leather armrest. It has power windows. There's some cup holders right over here. Then some additional cubby space down below. It does not come standard with all-season mats. I have them in here. It looks like we need to do a little cleaning from this winter, but all-season mats looking pretty good. There's going to be a leather interior here for you guys. Now, you're going to probably notice as well, that's a new color. It's a brown interior. So Honda's coming out with a brown interior for selected models and trim, so you guys can see what that brown looks like right now. So that's kind of nice. We had that within this video. Now, these seats can fold down from right over here. There we go. Brings them right down. They're also going to have a squeeze bar underneath so you can accommodate between passengers and cargo space. So you can slide those forward and back. For car seats, there we go. We're going to have them down here and there. So we got plenty of space to accommodate for car seats. It's going to be a 60-40 split seat. So like if this whole part were fold up, then that one's on by itself. All right. Now we're going to have a armrest right in here with some additional cup holders, of course. We have some courtesy pockets behind both seats. Third seat belt, as you guys need that, it's going to be right up here. We have a couple USB-C plugins down below. Then adjustable vents. We're going to open up the driver's side door. We're going to take a look at the door here quick. Once again, you have a nice leather armrest. You guys know about power windows, power locks. You got the little window lock button. Just in case you have a misbehaved husband or kiddos in the back playing with windows, you can lock them out. You guys can have two-seat memory. The two-seat memory will say the position of the driver's seat and the side mirrors. All right. So when you come in with key fob 1 or key fob 2, whatever you have your settings set to, it will automatically change it to there. We have some additional cubby space down below, a little tray action too. We have your powered liftgate, then your gas release from there. Now, another cool safety feature to talk about is your blind spot information system. I do have a video out there showing you guys that in action. So as you're driving down the road 20 miles an hour faster and it finds a car in your blind spot, that little square is going to light up. The only time it will beep at you is when you have your turning indicator on while someone's in your blind spot. So if you guys want a visual help on that, first time you're going through that, check out my videos, an older video, so bear with me, all right? Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna see the power seats. You got your forward, you got your back, you got your up and down, you got a little tilt action here on the front half of the seat, recline, then your lumbar support. Now we got pedals to get you A to B, your park and brake right down here, then the hood release. Let's pop that bad boy and show you guys some of the common courtesy stuff under the hood. All right, so here we are right under the hood. We've talked about horsepower and torque and the engine size. Let's show you the little stuff though that you may do on your own. For example, the blue cap here is for your washer fluid. Pretty nice and easy to find. Right down here is your dipstick. Then we'll slide right over again. You got your oil cap. Brake fluid right up here. Battery, it's right down over here. It's not the most easiest thing to get to, but it's also not the worst. All right. Now, what we're going to do for the people that know how to work on their cars, we're going to do one more time look over here just quickly for you. Now, if you guys have more of those advanced questions, feel free to contact your local Honda Service Center. I'm sure they'd be glad to assist you guys with those more advanced questions. This video is more to talk about the standard features and functions. And there we go. Let's get back up front. All right, so here we are right inside the Honda Passport, guys. Simply have the key fob with you. It could be somewhere in the car. It doesn't matter if it's in your pocket, your purse, jacket, up here. It's just in the vehicle. Now, once the fob is inside the vehicle, you can turn it on by simply applying onto the brake pedal. You'll see the button kind of light right up. Push that right in, and watch everything turn on from this point. Now, as everything's getting loaded right up, we'll come to the left-hand side of the steering wheel. We got some buttons over here. You got your mirror selector, so you can select the left mirror, slide it over. To select the right, you slide that over. So you got a little couple clicks, you see. Now you get your D-pad to adjust your mirrors, so you can adjust them accordingly as you see fit. Now, also with the side mirrors, to let you guys know when it's you have a mirror selected, like for example the left mirror, and then I come over here, I put the vehicle into reverse. You got a little reverse tilt action going on. So if you don't want it to tilt every time you put the vehicle into reverse, you simply have to slide that back over into the center, and then it will deactivate it from that point, okay? So that's gonna be standard at all trim levels. Just wanna point that out because that's a common question for a lot of people. Now you also have an econ button. When you select econ, you get a beautiful green leaf right up here on the bottom left-hand side of the driver's interface to let you know it's on from there. And then when it's not on, obviously the green leaf is gone. Econ is going to make you more fuel efficient. It's most effective for your highway driving. So you may see anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles to a gallon, depending how you guys are driving out there, how aggressive you are. Now, keep in mind though, this does affect the power of your AC, your acceleration, your electrical power. So those really hot summer days, you have to choose. Do you want to be fuel efficient or comfortable? You could keep it on for your city driving. It's just not as effective compared to your highway driving, all right? Now we'll come down over here. We got some additional buttons. You got your parking sensors. They're on right now. You can tell by the green light. So if you select it, they're off now. We'll turn those bad boys right back on. You got your road departure off and then back on. You got your forward collision. You can't just tap and accidentally turn this off. You have to click and hold it down. You'll see on the driver's interface that it's off. And it's going to be the same with the vehicle stability there too as well, or your traction control, depending on what you guys want to call it. All right, so that's going to be your controls over here. Your steering wheel release is down below. Simply pull that bad boy down. This is going to be a telescopic wheel. So it goes in and out, up and down. So just as you guys see fit, then lock that right back in place. Now when I come back here at the wheel, you guys are going to see it's a nice leather wrapped wheel. Got a nice little different kind of textures going on. Feels pretty good on the hand. Let's roll this down. We're going to honk the horn here. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Got a new microphone for the videos, so at least hopefully it's not going to muffle it out. Now we're going to talk about the safety controls over here on the right hand side. You have this little main button. As you select that, you should have green writing up top. So you get your ACC, that's your adaptive cruise control. Then you have your lane keeping assist system right there. So if I hit the main button again, it's away, no longer available. Now it's available, I can use it. So that's just simply turning it on and off for all of your safety features on the fly. Now your cruise control is going to be this button right here. You can hit set, so it locks it in at the speed limit you want to go. Then you can adjust your speeds from right here by going up and down. And then you got your cancel if you need to cancel it. Now this little button right here is going to be for your distance for your adaptive cruise control. So when you're going, let's say you guys are going 65 miles an hour, you hit set, and then it finds a car in your range. As we're selecting the distance now with this button here, more lines means further, less lines means the car is going to be closer before it slows you down to maintain that distance. So as we're going 65, the car is going 63, it finds a car in range, it will beep at you. It goes, you know, there it goes beep. You can turn that on or off because it found a car in range, or when the car gets out of range, it slows you down to maintain that distance. All right, so hopefully I didn't over explain that. It's a pretty nice feature. If you guys don't like the adaptive cruise control, that's fine. You can switch it to standard cruise by clicking and holding this button down. Now you can see it's just standard cruise. It would not keep you at sync with the car in front of you. Then when you go back to the adaptive cruise, there you go. You can see now it's adaptive cruise. So that's going to be that right there. You have your lane keep assist for your highway driving between 45 to 90 miles an hour. This is designed to keep you in the center of your lane as you're driving down the road. So as you go out of your lane a little bit, it beep, 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 beep. You turn that on or off. Then also it kind of brings you back and keeps you in the center of your lane for those long journey drives. So if you want to use that, you simply click this button right there. Now you're going to have these hollowed out dotted lines to let you know it's going to be trying to find lines on the road. Once it's actively working, find lines on the road to be filled in white dotted lines. So you have a visual confirmation that it is working, okay? So that's going to be your safety features over here. You're going to have some paddle shifters, wipers. There we are. They're going to be adjustable intermittent wipers, and you can change how fast you want those to go. Super slow, super fast. You guys get the point between fast and slow and in between. You got your rear wipers. It's going to be a little twist on the end right over there. Over here you got your turning indicators. And this is going to be for your lights. So they're going to be auto lights. Right over here you got some more of your media controls. You got your volume. From that point, you're going to have your hands free for your phone. You can answer it. You can hang up, do a voice command like, hey, call Crazy Honda Chris at Randy Kuehl Honda. Boom, gives me a call. You know, it's super nice and easy. Then you got more of your media controls here too as well. Now, cool thing about this, it also is going to use for navigation on the to navigating between your driver's interface. We're going to get to that here in 1 second for you guys. All right. So yeah, that was kind of a quick little rundown on the steering wheel controls. Just want to let you guys know about this little button back here. It's going to be for your brightness on the driver's interface screen, so you can increase and decrease the brightness as you guys see fit. Now let's talk about a little bit about the driver's interface. I'm going to be playing with these controls, going up and down and pushing this in to select, and then backing out with this button. And now as I'm selecting this stuff to back out, I simply hit the back button, or I can hit the home button right here. All right, so now if I'm done giving you guys motion sickness, let's fasten that right up here. First one's going to be show and hide. You can choose what apps up here you want to show, or if you want to clean up the clutter, you can hide a few things from here. So as you can see, some of these options are hidden right now because it's not check marked. It's going to be like Sirius XM, you got your Android Auto, things like that. You can throw it up there if you want to. Okay, so we're going to back up. We're going to go down to trip computer. So as I tap in the enter button, once again, the enter button is going to be this button right here. It's going to kind of switch between trip A, then trip B. And to reset that, I just click and hold the enter button in, and then it resets it for your trip A and trip B. Now down here you can see right now with pretty much a full tank of gas, you guys can go 374 miles. But if you're going to empty, all that's computer generated, so it's going to be based on your guys' driving habits. Like my wife says, I apparently have a lead foot. She doesn't. She's better at driving than I am, so she's going to probably have a different rating than me too as well. Okay, you have a graph down here below 0 to 50. That's going to be showing you guys lifetime fuel economy that you're getting at that time. So you can see that graph kind of fluctuating. So if you're going downhill, of course, it's going to be a lot higher number versus going up. It just kind of gives you guys a little visual coaching from there. As we're talking about visual coaching, we will have a white light that's right up there. It goes from white to green where you're being fuel efficient, and then green to white when you're not being fuel efficient. So that's going to be a visual coach too as well. Hit the back button again. We're going to back up to all drive torque. So it's going to show you all drive where all the power is coming from. Excuse me. So it shows you where the power is going as you need it for your all-wheel drive capabilities. You got your phone. So if you're getting saved context, stuff like that on the here, you can access that. Music options, maintenance, seatbelt. You can see who's sitting where and not wearing a seatbelt. Guilty from that point. So if I grab this front passenger seat belt, plug it in now, It's pretty nice, responsive. It looks like green, someone's sitting there, red, someone's sitting there without the seatbelt, and gray is empty. Settings, you can show your tachometer that's up top, or you can hide it away. Let us know down in the comments which one you guys will like more, okay? If you want to switch between miles per hour to kilometers, you can, to click and hold. I'm going to change it back because we use miles per hour here in Iowa, as we all do in the US. And then back to blank. So there we go. That's going to be a driver's interface here quick to navigate through that. Let's talk about the layout here for you guys. You can see your gas tanks over here. You got the needle, so it's kind of a nice old school we're all used to. You got to have your miles right down here. Outside temperature display right over there. You can see your temp gauge. And you get your tachometer up top if you have it. You get your digital speedometer right up there, and you can see what gear we're in. Right now we're in park, of course. You get your reverse, drive. S is going to be for your sport mode. It turns off your idle stop. We'll talk about idle stop here later on. You're right back to park. So that's going to be your driver's interface here. So we're going to back up. All right, so we're going to come up here now quick. We're going to take a little step back. We're going to take a moment, look at the dashboard. We got an adjustable vent over there. That one's yours. We got a couple here that we're going to argue about if we need to. And then we're going to have mine over here. You guys can't reach this, but now it's open, it's closed, so it's pretty nice and easy and straightforward how to use these. Now we're going to come back over here to the touchscreen here quick for the moment. It's a pretty good size. It's pretty colorful, so we're going to hit some bullet points here. So you can pair up multiple phones, but only one will be a priority. That priority phone will receive the incoming and outgoing calls from there, so it's super easy to use. You're going to have your settings options. This is where you guys go to select your vehicle to actually customize all of your vehicle settings. Later on, I'll actually have a video out there. I'll show you guys and answer a lot of questions about this. So for example, if you have all the safety features, do you want all the beeps, none of the beeps, stuff like that, all right? And when doors unlock, and there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be in that video. Now you're going to have your radio options right up here. You got your FM radio. You can switch between your sources by selecting this button. You guys can read all the options you have up there. You're going to have FM, AM, Sirius XM. You get 3 months of that for free. After that, you have to contact them to continue that paid subscription from that point. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's a simple plug and play to use those. It takes your Apple Maps, Google Maps, displays it up here with the other compatible apps. So that's fun to use. So therefore, you don't have to go to the higher trim level to get the built-in navigation. Really cool feature. As you guys notice, we don't have a CD player. I think car companies are kind of going away from that, but you can download your stuff onto a flash drive. That's to be a plug and play, so you have ways to work around that, or you can use your Bluetooth. Okay. So to find a radio station, you simply hit tune. You type in one that you guys like to listen to. Here we go. Hit enter. Now to save it, all you have to do is click and hold, and then wada bing, wada boom. It's done. Super easy. All right. So that's going to be your Radio 101. You have your Bluetooth, as we talked about, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so as you plug it in. It's going to be a plug and play for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have to allow the permissions, download the app, allow the permissions, and then it'll be a plug and play from that point. You have your trip computer. Simply just whatever's right over here, brings it over here, so you guys upload, display it over there if you guys wanted to. Then you got your text messages. Sirius XM, we already talked about that. USB. So we have a lot of cool stuff that's on here. We kind of pretty much almost knocked all that stuff out. Honda Link. You guys will have complimentary stuff on Honda Link. You actually go to HondaLink.com, and it actually shows you what each trim level, what your vehicle is compatible with for the Honda Link. Okay. There we go. That's pretty much you guys' touchscreen 101. Let's say if you have an item selected and hit the home button, that takes you right back. Or as you kind of have multiple screens, you just want to go back. That's what the back button's for. It takes you back one at a time. The star and moon action, you actually adjust the brightness of your touchscreen or completely turn it off. So if it bugs you for your day or nighttime driving, you can turn that brightness all the way down. And just hit the screen once again to bring it back up. Now, that's going to be a hazard lights if you ever need them. Hopefully you guys don't. There they are. You're going to have tri-climate. So right now everything's synced together. Now my wife and I can never argue. As you guys probably noticed throughout most of my videos, I like to have it pretty cold. My wife, she's more around the 73s. I'm around the 65s and under. And then you can also play around with the rear settings back here. So maybe if I misbehave, she throws me in the back. She can make sure I'm comfortable, and then she can turn it off if I misbehave. She can lock that out. Okay, turning that off. Now, kind of go through a little bit of here. You can sync everything. Everything's back together. You got your different modes right here. You can see that's changing. You have your fan speeds, increase, decrease from there. AC off, AC on, air circulation. Just keep that from going in there. You can turn everything off. I have the auto button. That means the car will do everything in its power to maintain 59 degrees or wherever you guys have it set for. Front defroster, rear defroster with heated side mirrors. So that's going to be your climate control buttons. Pretty nice and easy. What I love about that, you don't have to access through the touchscreen to play around with all that stuff. So if that ever breaks in the future or wherever the case is going on, I don't know what happens. It'll be easy. You actually have physical buttons. Now, you're going to have heated seats. You have a high, medium, low, and off. You got a little tray action right up here. You're going to have a wireless phone charger. That's pretty good to help maintaining your battery on the road. It's not going to be like a super plug-in charge, you know, like you do at home, then fully charge it super fast. And it's going to help maintain that. Don't put like any metal or plastic stuff on there. So right now it's on, it's available. You can turn this off if you want to load that up by simply hit that, and then no longer green light. Okay. Now we're going to back up here quick. You have a couple cup holders, of course. As we're kind of looking at that, you can see you have a USB and a USB-C plug-in. You can have a 12-volt plug-in down below. There we are. You got your shifters. It no longer is all going to be push buttons. So as you're driving down the road, people cannot accidentally hit these buttons. You have to apply onto the brake pedal, push these in to actually switch between those. Okay, so your brake pedal is going to be the safety. So you can see we're in park right now. You have the red light. Reverse goes from red to green. As you put it in reverse, your multi-angle camera automatically displays from that point. So the first button's going to be more of a nice 180 view, catches more of your blind spot. And then the second option is going to be more directly right behind you view. The third view, it's going to be more of a straight down shot. So as you're backing up, parallel parking, or just backing up towards, you know, the garage, you can see how close you're getting. And it'd be great if you're trying to actually put your stuff on a hitch or stuff like that, you know, boating and things like there. Now this is going to be more for your cross traffic monitoring system. It's on, now it's off, and now it's back on. So with the cross traffic monitoring system, I actually have a video that's going to show you guys in action, but as long as I got the vehicle into reverse, a car is coming from the side, it's going to beep at me and then point out beep, 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 what direction that car is coming from. Okay. This is going to actually open up so you can see your parking sensors, so long if you have that on. So for example, if I turn it off, you can't select that. Okay, it won't pop up. So let's turn that bad boy right back on, give you guys a little motion sickness again. There we go. You can see the graph of your parking sensor. So as you're backing up, getting closer and closer, go beep, 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 beep. It's going to show you how close you're getting and be colorful and all that. Okay. Now you can have your neutral. You guys know what that's for. You got your drive. Then to switch between drive and S mode. S mode is going to be a little more acceleration, stuff like that. You just tap it again, and then that's pretty much going to be your indicator right there in S mode. We're going to put that back in park. You can have intelligent traction management. So as you select this button, you'll see on the driver's interface, you have a normal, snow, mud, and sand all right there. So your normal drive is going to be like your nice hot summer days, or just, you know, clean road driving. As you go down to snow mode, you have an inch of snow out there on the roads. As you guys can see here in Iowa, we finally slowed down quite a bit of snow. It's starting to melt. That's nice. But back on track, what snow mode is going to change how your car is going to perform to optimize your handling in the snow environment. So if I have an inch of snow like we did last week, we actually had quite a bit more. Put that bad boy in there. It's going to help. Now let's say if I shut off the car and turn it back on, you'll have a consistent reminder what mode your vehicle's in. So there we are. It's in snow. If I put it down to mud, the car is going to do everything it's powered to actually not get stuck in the mud. Turns off vehicle stability assist, stuff like that. Same with in sand mode. It's going to turn off your idle stop, turns off your vehicle stability assist, you know, just going to do everything in the power from the sand that bear in your tires. So that was a lot to cover there pretty quick. Now the vehicle does have idle stop. I know there's a lot of people who don't like it, and there's a lot of people don't know what it is or familiar with it. So I'm just going to go over it with you guys here quick. Idle stop is being enforced since 2020. That's more about fuel emission awareness, not fuel savings, okay? So what that is we're driving down the road, and when we get to complete stop, like the boom, we're stopped at a stop sign, drive through, movie theater, who knows what it is, the car is staying put in idle. I got my foot down on the brake, and it meets the requirement like the engine to temp, the cabin should temp, stuff like that. It will shut off the vehicle for you. So it sounds like it dies. That's the best way to describe it if you never experienced it before. Then as soon as I let off the brake pedal, and before I apply into the gas, starts right up, boom, car starts before I apply into the gas, okay? So that's going to be more just fuel emission awareness. From that point, it's being forced on you guys. If you guys don't like it for any particular reason, you have to select this button every time you get into the car. They're hoping you forget, trying to work on the fuel emissions, okay? That technology's been around for a long time. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings. Honda has provided a way so you can turn that off if you want to. So nice little textures. I love this kind of color contrast. This is that new brown interior once again, for those who just kind of weren't aware of that. Pops right open. Plenty of space. I can hide my snacks if I need to from the kids. I got a place here for my quarters I can hide. My son always wants to steal our quarters to go play some pool. He's actually pretty good. So watch out, guys, if you ever run into him. We'll close that right up. You have a lockable glove box. Pops right down. Big enough. So as life happens, challenge accepted, throw it in there, it goes to a whole new dimension. At least that's what it feels like. You'll be pleasantly surprised how much room's in there. We have an auto-dimming rearview mirror. We have garage door openers right down here. So if you guys have a garage door unit at home, if you want to pair it up, you can. You just have to find a YouTube video out there. It'd be like, so let's say if you have sorry, I got people waving at me, getting my attention. So anyways, you have a garage door unit right up here. It comes down to the unit you have at home is what I'm trying to share with you. And one second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're back now. What I was trying to share with you guys for your garage door units, it really comes down to the unit you have at home in your garage, okay? So, for example, let's say if you have a garage door of 3000, you have to kind of find a YouTube video out there to show how to pair this up with that unit you have at home. Okay, it could be on like on a 2011 Accord, it could be on an Odyssey, it could be on a who knows what. It will work the same way. Now we have an on and off button here for your auto dimming rear view mirror. As we kind of back up here, you can see the rear view mirror. We got little lights up here, pretty nice and easy to use. We have a one-touch power moonroof. To use that, you can simply just tap that bad boy back. There we go. This bad boy opens. You can wave. I don't play with this stuff on the rainy day. I'm assuming you guys don't do the same. And just one little tap forward to close it. You can have it tilt by pushing that button up and in. And there we go. It's a little tilt action going on. Now this is going to be for you guys' lights, so it's completely off. So if I open up a door, none of the lights will turn on. But if I put that back in the center, as I open this up, all the lights will kind of come all right on. Or let's say if I have the doors shut here quick and I push that forward, that's going to turn everything on while all the doors are closed. So that's what that button's going to be over there. This pops right down, place for the sunglasses. Here we are, little light action within my mirrors, my sun visor, and adjust over there for you guys. Same concept right over here. A little tilt. There we go. And wada bing, wada boom. There it is. So hopefully this video kind of helped you guys out, answer a lot of you guys' questions. I do put a lot of time in these videos for me in order to know that these are actually helping you guys. Hit that like, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll keep them coming out, okay? Well, thank you again, guys. We'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.